How about now? Starting the stream with good scoff. Oh, yes. Delightful, delightful scoff. Okay. Hi everyone. How are y'all doing? I did want to extend a special thank you to two new members, Damiana and Kai. Hi, Kai. I know who you are. Thank you so much. um, and Damiana, I have seen you around. I've seen your name around a lot, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. For whenever you two see this, I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this live right now or not, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps and every little bit counts, and I really appreciate the support. For anyone who cannot afford to support as a member, don't feel bad. Just keep watching. Just keep hanging out. There's no obligation to do anything. Okay, it's just that I do want to thank those who have extended their generosity to support me financially. I don't take it lightly, and thank you. For members, you will have 24-hour early access to all of my videos. So any video I put out, I will always leave it up for 24 hours just for members first before it goes out public. So that includes the video that is coming out tomorrow. It is already out and available for members to watch, all members. So you can be the lowest tier member and you can watch it now. It is my vlog on my experience playing second flute in the Vancouver Metropolitan Orchestra last year. So I'm very excited to finally share that footage. I feel like I'm finally ready to share. And yeah, so from here on out, every video that comes out, you guys will always have, members will always have 24-hour early access. So, Jody, I just saw your message. First off, let me say hi to everyone who is in the chat right now. Hello, Deanna, Gary, Victor, Beth, Jody, Phantom, Michael. Hello, hello, hello. So Beth, thank you very much for clarifying the whole like chat conversation rule, the new rule that we've put in here. Deanna is right, exactly bang on with their clarification of what it is. It is basically indeed a common sense reminder to go with the flow of conversation or ask music related questions. Try not to derail the conversation if 3 or 4 of us are actively in a conversation about a specific topic. Yeah, so just, I want you guys to treat the chat box in here like it's a real life conversation happening. So, you know, if you wouldn't come in and just button with a completely different topic and interrupt someone else, don't do it here. If you do it here, you will receive a warning. If you do it too often, you'll get timed out, you know, that type of thing. So, and this is just to preserve a feeling of safety and security in the chat. I also do not want the chat to start clamoring for my attention. I do not want that. I'm not a celebrity. I don't care what you guys think of me. I know some of you guys think of me as a celebrity, but I don't want to be one, okay? I don't want to be treated like one. I just want to be me. Therefore, in the chat box, we will not clamor for my attention. That is mostly what I am gearing towards. I am trying to gear towards making sure that people aren't just shouting for my attention. Yeah. So this happens a lot in other streams, and I was starting to notice it happen in mine. So I just kind of want to nip it in the bud before it gets out of control. Yeah. So yeah, but if you're just coming in, you know, and you want to say hi and announce your presence, you're very welcome to do that. Like, cause it's kind of like when the conversation is going on and then you walk up to your friends and go, hey, and then you join the conversation. Yeah, you can do that. That's totally fine, you know? So Jody, you're here again after being on my gaming stream at 1 a.m. Thank you so much for your support. So last night's gaming stream was surprisingly emotional. I don't think I've ever actually cried like that on camera before. So, I mean, if you want to see me cry, I guess go watch the stream. As expected, Genshin has helped me share parts of my life that I have wanted to share with you guys, but have had no reason to share with you guys. So if you want to get to know me better, watch my gaming streams. I try to make all my gaming streams mostly story-based. So they're very approachable. They're very listenable. You know, I'm not just like fighting. I'm not just, you know, like just doing puzzles. I'm not just, you know what I mean? Like you can put it in the background and listen to it, you know, like it's like a story time type of thing. And then I get to also share stories from my life that the story that is happening in the game reminds me of. So yeah. It's okay, Michael. You do not need to keep apologizing. So I ask that you please stop apologizing. You have apologized enough. You know, the message is clear for both sides. We're good. So please stop apologizing. Hello, Victor. How are you? So yeah, I wanted to share just a personal success of mine right now. I just filmed 2 videos back to back. So one will be for next week and then the other for the week after. So this will make it so that I can, you know, like focus on editing for 2 weeks. I was hoping to film more than that, but I think I'll give myself a bit of a break from filming, because filming 2 videos back to back is surprisingly tiring mentally. But it's nice to have all the footage now. Like, it's nice to have all the footage at my disposal that I can just mess around with for a couple of weeks, rather than just doing one whole project after another. Yeah, so thank you for the yay. Yes. Now, I do want to share why this is a personal success for me. I had some help from chatting with a friend of mine yesterday morning, and it has really helped me process what is happening to me right now. So the deal with Hubs's topical steroid withdrawal is still not over. And in fact, he just recently flared again. And so it's not as persistent as before in terms of the level of caregiving that I need to provide for him. But there are some nights here and there are like a few minutes here and there where I have to kind of like slip right back to my caregiver mode. And I have been finding it very difficult to mentally jump between caregiver mode and normal content creator Joanna mode. And it's very hard to switch between the two. So the fact that I was able to sit down and film 2 videos back to back in 2 hours was huge for me. It's a huge success. Hey Kai, thank you for becoming a member. I so appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah. Gary, you can say stuff to make me laugh. Like, especially there's like a, you know, if there's a lull in the chat, you guys can say random things. Okay. It's more like if there's an active conversation, please don't butt in, you know? Yeah, exactly, Deanna. It is like a 180. So like like, because when you're in caregiver mode, you essentially put yourself on hold. You just completely put yourself on hold because you need to be able to drop everything at a moment's notice to help your loved one. And when you're in content creator mode, when you're in creative mode, you know, you want to be like fully in it, fully immersed in your art. And if you are in caregiver mode, it means that you cannot be in immersed mode. So like the fact that I could set aside 2 hours to just film was huge. And yeah, I don't think that I have really put it in those terms before, that this is something that I'm still struggling with mentally. And I think that it is good to put it out there that this is what I am currently dealing with. My life is not unicorn farts and rainbows. It is, you know, some very dark moments and some very dark struggles. But I am trying to find the joy in life through being a giant nerd about all the things that I love being a nerd about. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. You know, when your whole like shtick online is being a nerd, I think it's very easy to assume that life is like, you know, unicorn farts and rainbows, right? So like, I just wanted to put it out there that it's not. But I still enjoy what I do here, and what I do here gives me so much energy and fulfillment. And, you know, I just want to say thank you all for, you know, for being here. You guys are great. So anyway, that is kind of where we're at. I just wanted to preface this practice stream with just, you know, some more context as to like where I am mentally, you know, where I am at least in this specific day, contextually, where we're coming in. There you go, unicorn farts and rainbows right there. You just got a big telescope, but it's been cloudy since. You can't see those unicorn farts and rainbows, can you? Maybe it's only the unicorn farts that you're seeing. That's what the clouds are, right? Oh, I did not realize how much I was talking right before this. That is crazy. I was basically talking for 2 hours. You know, it's surprising. You can film for 45 minutes and only come out with a video that's like 10 or 15 minutes long. Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah. It's okay. At least you're seeing unicorn farts, you know? Like, it's better than nothing, right? Anyway, let's get to this. I did adjust my camera a little bit so that you can see most of my desktop here. So when I take out my flute, you guys can see most of what's going on. I was again just kind of like looking at my previous streams, and I was thinking about what would make them better. And by the way, if I happen to have any new subscribers here who have found me through my Genshin streams, I just want to extend a warm welcome. This is my usual content. It's just me practicing the flute. You could call this professional development. Without practicing regularly, I get very stunted as a teacher and just as a professional. So have to make sure that I have a way to keep myself accountable to practicing. So what better way to do it but to stream it? Okay. What is my favorite green screen background for playing the flute? I don't have a green screen. Can you believe it? Can you believe that I've been a content creator this long and I still don't have a green screen? I did buy a like background, like, like the whatchamacallit, the stand. I bought the stand for it, but I don't have the green screen itself. My friend, though, straight up painted some of her walls green screen color. So, yeah, it's incredible. So, like, she can take pictures in front of it, and like her students can take pictures in front of it, and then they can put anything behind them. It's pretty freaking amazing. Let's see. Oh no, Jody. So the reason you were awake at 1 a.m. was that you're in bed with a partially dislocated hip. I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. You've been in tons of pain. CAT scan on Wednesday and then the following week. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jody. Oh, the medical thing, like going back and forth too, on top of the pain that you have to deal with, is just, that is super rough, man. That is crazy rough. I'm so sorry. I dang. That takes me right back. The waiting game between appointments and, you know, procedures it's so painful. You have all of our love and all of our support. Could barely walk with your right hip. Oh man. Oh man, look at all of us. Last night? Oh. Yeah. Oh, you have an appointment to go over the results. Yeah. That's rough, man. That's rough. Yeah, you have all of our support. You have all of our love. Come back here to hang out and escape. That's how I'm using this. This is an escape for me. Okay, let's start practicing though. So let's head on over here. And we will get to work. I need to remember to drink more water, because normally I'm not talking for like 2 hours before streaming. That definitely is something I did not see coming. Yeah, agree. We are here for each other. All right, like you guys can always rely on these streams to just come in here and escape life. Just be nerds with us for an hour. Playing flute keeps you sane. There you go. There you go. I think for me, hanging out with you guys keeps me sane. In the time that I wasn't streaming much in the second half of 2023, I legitimately feel that my mental health was going down. So, yeah. Oh, I feel it. I feel it. Feel it really hard. For me, the flute is just a wonderful excuse to hang out with you guys. So, okay. Anyway, let's do this. Let's start the timer, and then hopefully that actually keeps going even as we bring other things to the forefront. Yeah, okay, good, wonderful. So, let's do some harmonics and see where it goes today. Got to pop on one earplug to protect the hearing on the right side. Okay. High fidelity earplugs so I can still hear myself. Deciding to play the flute actually pulled you out of a major depression. That is fantastic, Deanna. That is fantastic. I think like being creative really, really, really helps, you know, with hard times. Yeah. All right, here we go. You paid for a life alert, so if you get a life, you'll be alerted. Okay, let's do some harmonics. The highest one is so, oh. Did I not switch the mics? Y'all didn't even hear me. Okay. I guess we're doing that again. Okay. Almost. Oh. Almost. It peaked out. I would not be surprised if this has something to do with the cork, the head joint cork, but it's okay. We'll keep working at it. Sean, I see your message. Can you email me and remind me to force sync my notebook? Or force sync one note on my side and then it should go over to your side. Because it might have not synced and then I turned off and then I closed one note. So send me an email. Yes, please. For these types of things, better to email me. Just keep it over there rather than bringing it into the stream. Appreciate it. Thank you. Megan, you also have this back and forth on bad fluting days where you always do your harmonics. Yeah, that's kind of what's happening to me. What I'm experimenting with right now is like bringing my lower lip closer to the opposite edge of the lip hole, and then that will catch the faster airstream. Popped out for a hot moment. Appreciate it, Sean. That might be as good as it gets today. That might actually be as good as it gets today. I think the high notes definitely need a little bit more help today. And we will accept this. It's okay. We'll accept this. Let's move on to Moyse, page 17, number 15. All right. Enjoy dinner, Michael. And thank you for always watching and being excited for my content. I do appreciate that so much. Rogue, hello and welcome. You've made it. How are you doing? Is it fine? Is it fine, Megan? It's fine, right? Have I made myself dizzy with needing to breathe while playing the flute? No, that doesn't happen to me now. Usually if you're making yourself dizzy, that means that you're not supporting correctly and you're winding yourself. Usually that happens with more shallow breathing. So yeah, making yourself dizzy while playing the flute is actually an indicator, usually, okay, if you have asthma, this is a different issue, okay, so we're assuming you don't have asthma. If you don't have asthma and you don't have any pre-existing condition with your lungs, with your breathing, with your respiratory system, provided all of that, if you are making yourself dizzy from playing the flute, it means that you need to work on better deep belly breathing. So, Celestian, hello and welcome back to the chat. How are you doing? Exhausted, but it's a 4-day weekend. 4-day weekend, that's fantastic. I'm only having a 3-day weekend. Yes, belly breathing all the way to the diaphragm. Exactly. So anyway, let's do the Moyse. Okay, for my folks who are just listening, this is an interval exercise in which we are going from one pedal tone note, which is in this case a low A sharp, and then we are jumping to every other note. The articulation we are using right now is going from the changing notes to the pedal tone, and then after that we will be playing everything slurred. So that's what we're doing right now. All right, so I'm messing around with like when I go down into those low notes, I have to really make sure I relax my bottom lip so that it naturally draws back a little bit. So I'm not drawing it back on purpose. I'm just relaxing it so that it draws further back. Michael, that is so sweet of you to say that you appreciate me just telling you what to do on live chat. That's so sweet. Thank you. That's amazingly sweet. Yes, cardio, the breathing. Susie, you have asthma, you choose the flute and low breath. So what I've heard is that it actually helps you learn how to regulate the exhale, because I learned from a student that the exhale is where the problem lies when you have asthma. So feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because I do not have asthma. But this was what was told to me, was her experience, that it's how she breathes out. And so playing the flute actually helped her learn how to regulate breathing out and to really utilize, good yoga belly breathing. So yeah, it's awesome. Celestine, you missed your practice night because you got distracted with another thing. I feel you on the distractions. They are so real. Which, speaking of distractions, I did think of something that it might be TMI, but I think it is worth mentioning, considering how I feel. I think there is actually a very good reason why it is very hard for me to get the high note out, the highest harmonic out. I'm on my period now. And I think there are some things happening inside that is making it a little bit harder to support properly. So, if you have these parts and you have to deal with a period every month, this is actually something legitimate to consider. It is legitimate to consider the effect that your period has on your breathing and thus on your playing, and also on your posture. So, no worries about the interruption. You named it as an interruption, so self-aware. That's totally fine. Just don't make it a habit is more the issue here. Yeah. So, yeah, I was really feeling that as I was doing this, because I noticed that I really had to kind of think about my support twice as much as I feel like I normally have to. Like, I'm really thinking about my support because I really want to just like grind in my mouth. So not bad though. I do, for the most part, like what I did. So let's just move on to the slurred version of this. Okay, here we go. I think I could support way more on the highest ones. I think I'm supporting too late. Like I'm pushing the air for those high notes too late. So I'm going to try a bit of those again. That was a good one. Like you can hear when I'm supporting early enough and when I'm not. Okay, not bad. We'll leave it at that. They are definitely getting better and better. So we will update this to the next one for next time. Next time will be Tuesday, by the way, guys. I'm taking Monday off because it is a US holiday. Okay, a little bit of circular breathing. Definitely a flute grace week, definitely. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Moving down to the next one. Drink some water. Okay. 68 in Moyse 480 exercises. Let's see what we need to do. Okay. They are half scales and thirds. Nice. Looks like we are doing G major. Okay. So nothing too crazy. Okay. These always feel very long, but they're not actually that long. So I need to just relax into them. shoulder. So that is telling me that it could be a neck thing. I might be doing this, like jutting my neck forward. So I'm going to try that because I do feel like I'm supporting pretty well. Okay. Deanna, have fun. That is a great book. I teach almost all my students out of that book. Yeah, it's a great one. Okay, we keep going. Woo. Last one. Gonna work on the fingering a little. Oh, okay. I'm not used to doing high D to B. Okay. 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 Okay, a little shaky, but I'm going to try it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, so I figured out there that I'm not used to descending from D7 to B6. So that was a really good discovery there. Okay, very good. I will continue. So let's see what is on for next time though. So 201 is next. There we go. Just going to highlight the next one so I know what we're doing. Okay, on to the Ibert. We are still drilling the exposition. let's see. Looks like we got to about Q47, 48-ish last time. So, okay. I mean, I think this time let's drill backwards. Well, no, we're not going to play the music backwards, but we are going to go like section by section, but from the end of the exposition working to the front. So what this does is it helps me give as many repetitions to the later phrases as I do to the beginning, because we tend to, when we practice, we tend to repeat the stuff in the beginning far more than the stuff towards the end of whatever we're practicing. So this helps make up for that. So I think a good place to start would be 4 bars before Q47, in case you guys are following along. All right, let's do this. Rogue. Will there ever be an end to the Ibert? I actually do see an end coming, because for me, the big thing has been, for me, the big thing has been, I want to know that I can play through the whole thing with ease. There's still going to be mistakes. So perfection is not what I am shooting for. I am shooting for, I want to be able to play through the entire Ibert and still feel completely comfortable at the end. Like, not winded. I don't want to feel like I'm like just did a huge workout or something like that. Like, I want to feel like I'm completely at ease. And the only way to do that is if I am breathing properly throughout the entire thing, if I'm supporting properly throughout the entire thing, if my posture is good throughout the entire thing, if I stay relaxed throughout the entire thing, which if I'm all of those things, that means that it is pretty much at performance capacity. So I am trying to get it at performance level of polished. But I am choosing to focus instead on the on the ease of playing. So I am feeling it though. I'm seeing an endpoint now, which just last year I did not see the endpoint of it yet. But now I'm like, no, I can actually see it coming. I can see it coming now. I can pretty much do the first and the second movements very without much tension at all, because I know exactly what's coming. I know exactly how to support through it, and where I have balance issues, and et cetera, et cetera. So I just need to do that for the third movement now. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, that's my, I guess, end goal, is to be able to play through the entire concerto. And at the end of it, I'm just like, it's just another day, whatever, that to me is like, okay, I've mastered this piece now, and all of the skills that it has to offer me. That's my endpoint. Okay, anyway, let's do this. I did not turn on my page turner. So actually, I did part of that memorized, which is I am glad that I do actually still know it. Okay. Come on. Okay, good. There it goes. There it goes. Oh. Nope. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Is there a target piece after the Ibert? There are a few ideas kind of floating around in my mind. A few others that I have wanted to tackle is the Cacciatorian and the Lieberman concertos. So, or is it Lieberman Sonata? I don't remember. Something like that. I think it's a concerto. But yeah, the Cacciatorian and the Lieberman, those are my two other like ones that got away. The Ibert was the one that got away in music school. And then the other two are the Cacciatorian and the Lieberman. So, yeah. I think I can carry a lot of my my skills that I learned here over to those ones. So I'm curious to see how fast I will learn them. Yeah. Period. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Slow and steady wins the race. All right. I had this flute for 11 years before I upgraded the head joint. Just to give you guys a something to go on. There's never a rush. Flutes will only get better designed. Okay, they're like phones. Okay, if you wait an extra year, the new model will be, or at least the new models will offer even more choices for you to choose from. Okay, so there's never any like rush. Okay, there's no rush to buy, you know, to upgrade. So like I built the bulk of my career on the original head joint that came with this flute, even though it did not fit me perfectly. So, you know, 11 years. Oh no, you can't Chromecast and chat at the same time all of a sudden. I'm so sorry. Sometimes they break things like that. Okay, let's keep drilling. I'm really starting to feel the ease of this section. Like I'm starting to build the confidence, the muscle memory confidence, and that is allowing me to actually stay more relaxed. Like I'm not freaking myself out. It's not like my brain is not like, this is hard, you know, it's just like, oh, it's just another thing that I'm doing. So we're going to back it up one section now, do the same thing. have to keep that triplet feel going. Definitely more relaxed though than I have been previously. Hey, Christine, welcome to the stream. How are you? Love this part? I'm starting to love it too. You know what's funny is I don't think I'm fast enough, but I'm just trusting it. I'm trusting it, you know? Okay. I'm going to drill that last bit a few more times just to get that triplet feel in. We'll leave it. I'm gonna go woodshed a few spots here and there. Thank you. Oh, Jody, thanks. You're picturing chaos in a cartoon for this piece. Yeah, I think that's a very accurate description. All right. felt good. That felt comfortable. So I have really high hopes for next week that this is gonna like really settle. I think this was all I was really missing, was just some good repetition, you know? Okay. Let's do the opening now. Here. Period. I think you're asking me. So that's my flute when my bot spits it out. I think my bot's broken. Give me a second. Let me see if I can revive my bot. Yeah, it disconnected. Here, let's try it again. Oh no. I might need to go, I might need to revive my bot. Yeah. Sad. It could be that it's, yeah. It could be that it won't be revived until the next stream. I am unsure. Or it could just take a second for it to join. Here, let me see. I think I should be able to see if my bot is in the chat. No, it is not. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to revive the bot separately. So I might put that, I'm gonna put that for on my to-do list for Tuesday. Give me a sec to do that. Revive Nightbot. And I'll put that to do after lunch. Okay. Right now, Nightbot's dead. Sorry about that. Okay. Saving Private Nightbot. the familiarity is getting in my fingers now. Feels good. Feels good. Okay. So I think what I next need to do, I think I still need to drill the exposition next time. I'm going to drill more of the exposition next time. It's like I'm almost there with the comfort level. So I'll keep doing it. I need to just keep doing repetition. So I'm leaving a little bit of extra time now to do a little bit of Rapid as Wildfires from Genshin Impact. And then I do want to start memorizing the Farina Story Quest song, La Vaguelette. Is that how you say it? I think. Anyway. Let's see. I think I'm doing another thing backwards, which is when I get to high notes, I tend to retract my lip. And I wonder if that's why I always feel like I have to pinch and push and like crazy. It's interesting. Page. Okay. Yep. I think I have a tendency to retract my lip when I go up into the high notes. Yeah. That's so interesting. I see you guys are talking about inflation. Yes, inflation is so real and very sad. Okay, it doesn't actually take that much air to go up to the high C. I know that sounds weird, but it doesn't actually take that much if I put my lip in the correct spot. It just pops. Okay. La vaguelette. Guess technically we're on this one. Do that. Nope, wrong rhythm. Okay. You need to figure out the rhythm. Okay. I know I'm gonna go over a little bit, but I want to memorize like the beginning of it. Okay. All right. See, I'll do the second part again. And then, ooh. I thought I unpaired my pedal. We're good. We're good. We Gucci. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That particular song, I find a lot of kind of personal connection with. So, it's all about a performer finding themselves. Yeah, so if you want to know more about this, I did stream the part where this song comes to the screen during Genshin Impact. So it is Farina's story quest, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it is there's a lot of emotion in it because there's a big backstory as to like what's going on in there. But at the bottom of it, it's a performer who is finding what they really want to do because they no longer have to perform a role. Well, spoilers, but they no longer have to perform the role of a god without actually being the god. Talk about imposter syndrome. And yeah, so she, like, the story quest is exploring how she comes to terms with herself after she no longer has to play the role of a god. The lore gets pretty complicated in terms of why she had to play the role of a god even though she was a human. But yeah, that particular story quest really spoke to me. And you know, it was very moving. And so yeah, like when I play this, I think I put a lot of myself into it too. So, but yes, the imposter syndrome, like, you know, in this character's case, she was forced to be an imposter. And you know, the overarching main story in that region explores what it is like to be forced into a role for 500 years, into a role that you have to pretend that you are a god and you have to make everyone believe you, and there's no end in sight. And it's the fact that there is no end in sight, like that, the pain of that loneliness and the burden of having to pretend that she's a god, because there's essentially this like a prophecy that the entire land is going to be destroyed, and she's not given the big picture as to what's going on, but she is told by the real god to pretend to be the god, while the real god figures out behind the scenes how to save everyone. I mean, that'll do a number on anyone, right? But the what I found to be well, what John and I found to be especially poignant is the fact that it really explores her mental like her mental journey, her mental and emotional journey through this. And it is not unlike being stuck in a skin condition with no end in sight. Like the pain is very similar. I think personally I identify more with the imposter syndrome side of it. John identified more with the loneliness of no end in sight. The loneliness, the pain, and the suffering of being stuck in a position where there is no end in sight. And yeah, so yeah, these Genshin writers, very good at what they do. They really explore some very, very, very profound ideas. Yeah, so it's hard to be one's authentic self in our culture most of the time. I cannot agree more. It's been a wild ride for me personally to arrive at what I am doing right now on here on YouTube. You know, is this way of making content the way to get the most of subscribers and viewers? No. But you know, I think the way that I do it right now still preserves my love of the platform and this medium of content creation. And while also still preserving my mental health and authenticity. So, you know, it's you know, I just decided that I'm just gonna have fun on here, because that was the whole point of it in the beginning anyway, was just to have fun on here, and whoever watches is whoever watches. Thank you, Deanna. Yeah, we've been going through a lot. And like, I think we're both still kind of processing what happened, and there's still a lot of uncertainty in the direction of our lives, you know, because it's hard to plan life around a very persistent and slightly unpredictable skin condition. So just have to find your balance exactly. And I think what I'm really realizing is that my balance looks different from other people. What seems to work for other people may not work for me. It is valid to try it and see if it works. But if something doesn't work, it's totally fine for me to just be like, no, that's not for me. You know, and what I'm talking about is in terms of like content creation. So, Victor, thank you so much for always thanking me for live streaming. I find that that is very, very sweet. I wanted to thank you guys for being so wonderful. I was looking at the chat today, and as I was practicing, and you know what? I'm very glad I clarified yesterday what direction I wanted my chat box to go in. I'm very glad I did that, because I feel like today's chat felt really good. This felt good, you know? Like, it's fun to jump into a conversation, you know, like, I like it when different names come in, but you guys are all still like talking about the same thing. It really builds a lot of, in my opinion, camaraderie, and you know, it's a bonding kind of moment. I was thinking about it some more after I finished streaming yesterday. I was thinking about this whole, like, you know, like my new chat rule to not interrupt the active conversation. And I think it just kind of occurred to me that it could also have something to do with the fact that the entire world was locked down for quite some time during the pandemic. And you know what? I think it is fair that a lot of us maybe lost some of our social interaction skills. And so I think it is fair to observe that we need to better ourselves, you know? So, like, I was like, like, I think this could be a product of just like no one knows how to interact socially anymore. So, like, um, it might seem like common sense when I write it out, but you know what? I think it's actually helpful. I think it is actually a helpful guideline to help you guys have a better experience. Lost manners, exactly. Uh, yeah, exactly. It builds a wonderful sense of community. Exactly. Like I am all for you guys jumping into the conversation, but just not as interruptions, because interruptions, it just starts to read as clamoring for attention, which is like, that's not how you talk to people. Like, that's not how you bond. That's not how you create a community. That's not how you make friends, you know? Um, so yeah, it did give us a chance to have a social reset. Exactly. So like, um, I I just want to thank you guys here in the chat for um following through. Thank you. Thank you. Um I just want you guys to know I see it and I appreciate it. And I am really enjoying what you guys like, how you guys are talking to each other. I love, like, my favorite is like, I'll be working on something for a little bit, for a few minutes, and then I look over and you guys are all like talking about something, right? Because like today I looked over and saw that you guys are talking about inflation and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh yes, like, and I love that you guys are like actively chatting while I'm working on other stuff. And like, I just kind of felt some of that was lost when I allowed interruptions. So yeah, I feel like we've revived it. So thank you. Um, yeah, like you guys really followed through. You guys really followed through as a collective, and like this could not have happened without you guys. So like, I can make the rules, but if you guys don't follow them, nothing's going to change. So you guys are really the change, and thank you. I really appreciate it. So let's keep this going. You guys can help me. Okay, if someone jumps in new and is interrupting, just very kindly be kind about it. Don't be mean about it. Okay, be kind and nice, and just be like, hey, refer to the interruption rule. Like, just, hey, what you are doing is an interruption. Please wait until like the conversation naturally changes course. So you guys can help me do it as well. Don't dogpile, okay? But just be kind in how you phrase your gentle redirection, okay? I don't want you guys to like, ostracize people either, okay? So yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Tracy. Yeah, it's just that I was reviewing how my chat was going in the last few weeks, and I just noticed that it seemed, at least to me, that there were less people having fun chatting because I had been allowing people to just come in and interrupt with random questions that had nothing to do with anything that was currently happening, right? Like, it's totally fine if you want to jump in and ask before you forget, ask a question about what I'm actively practicing. Fair game, man, fair game. And everyone in the chat will understand, and can even help that question come to my attention after I'm done working on whatever I'm working on. And then you guys can carry on whatever conversation you're having. That is totally understandable. And also, like, you know, jump into an active conversation and participate, you know, like stay on topic. And so that way you guys can joke around with each other and stuff like that. You can only really joke around with each other if you like stay on topic. So, yeah, I was just noticing that there was like a loss of the joking around. There was a loss of the camaraderie. There was a loss of just general, like, kind of like a jovial sort of feel. And upon some closer inspection and review, I was like, I think it's because I'm allowing people to interrupt and like clamor for my attention. So I decided to just call it out and be like, we're going to stop with the interruptions and we're going to stop with the clamoring for my attention. I do not want to be treated like a celebrity, and because I'm not. Okay, I'm just a normal person, and there's no reason to clamor for my attention. You don't need my attention. None of y'all need my attention. Okay, we're just nerds hanging out. That's all this is. There's nothing more to this. Okay, yeah. So like, I take responsibility for this as well, because I did not have the chat rules before stating that there can be no interruptions. So this is also partially on me, and I take that responsibility, and that is why I am creating these boundaries now. So yeah, it loses continuity. Exactly. Like if you lose continuity, you lose the ability to start making jokes about things and having ongoing jokes and then inside jokes and stuff like that, right? Like that's where inside jokes come from, is the fact that you keep that continuity going, right? So Rogue. See? You see when you stay on topic, you get funny things like what Rogue is saying here, or Asa McQueen, as your YouTube username is, right? So yes, I do have some moderators. They've just been busy. As of now, it isn't so like the comment section isn't so crazy that I badly need a moderator. I really don't. You guys are adults, okay? You guys can take care of yourselves. I don't need a handhold you guys, okay? So like I think it's just as long as I keep the communication open between us, then we can all work together to create a community that feels good, you know. You were stating earlier how kind people are in the flute community. Is this true? I think that is a topic for another day, but I will just say very briefly that historically it has not been. However, I have noticed a change in the last, I want to say, 10 years. And it is a good change, and it is so wholesome and amazing and beautiful. And I hope that that change continues to, you know, to sweep through the flute community. I think that we can work on ourselves to better understand interpersonal relationships and how they work. And, you know, I think that we here can be the people who really continue to move this like kind community forward. So you let the weirdos into the community and then all of a sudden life got better, basically. I mean, the weirdos are where it's at, you know. I'm a weirdo, at least, you know. Just so you guys know, my mom says I'm weird too, you know. A lot of us are just exhausted by other humans behaving badly. Yeah, I am. That's a very good way of explaining how I feel. I made it a personal goal of mine. I want to say maybe about 10 years ago, a little bit more than 10 years ago. Yeah, more than 10 years ago. This was way more than 10 years ago. So more than 10 years ago, I made a promise to myself that like, I was like, you know what? I'm just tired of like a lot of the flute community being kind of unnecessarily harsh towards each other. And I was like, you know, maybe at least in my little corner of the internet, I can create a community of kind people, of kind flutists. And then hopefully there will just be a butterfly effect that goes throughout the world, you know? Like, change starts with you. If you want to see change in the world, you got to make it happen first. You know, you need to demonstrate that it works. You need to demonstrate the power of what change you want to bring into the world. You can't just talk about it. You have to do it. So this is my way of doing it. And hopefully it is making, you know, a change. Thank you for the reminder to drink water. Yeah. Rudolph, what is the return of the Ibert Concerto? I just didn't work on the Ibert Concerto for like 6 months before coming back to it in January. I just don't really know what else to call this, you know, but I had been working on the Ibert Concerto for years. And then I dropped it because my life exploded for about 6 months, and then I came back to it, hence the return of the Ibert Concerto. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So kindness works. And I like demonstrating that kindness works. So anyway, I have talked for too long. I better go take my leave. John is waiting for me to have some dinner. So I love you all so very much. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. All right. So I'm taking Monday off. You guys will see a stream schedule coming out very, very soon. Rudolph, thank you. That's so kind of you. Yeah, so I'll be here on Tuesday again, I believe in the afternoon at 4 p.m. So, but yeah, stream schedule will go out soon. And stream schedule is posted on my my website, JustAnotherFlutist.com/schedule. And on the various social medias, I will put out a little graphic that has my stream schedule on there. So yeah, you have that to look forward to. You guys also have a video of mine to look forward to. I am releasing a vlog about my experience as second flutist for one concert for with the Vancouver Metropolitan Orchestra, and I got to meet Jasmine Choi there. So that is being released to the public tomorrow. But if you are a member of this channel, you get to watch it now. You have 24-hour early access to the video. So there's plenty of stuff for you guys to peruse while I am gone for 3 days. I love you all very much. Please take care of yourselves. Stay happy, healthy, and safe, because there is no music without the musician. And don't worry, I will revive the Nightbot on Tuesday. He is unfortunately temporarily dead. Anyway, have a great weekend. Love you. Bye, everyone.